Hey everybody, welcome. We are the Jersey Comic, and we're here to bring you the news and reviews on your favorite comics, movies, and TV shows. As always, my name is Rob Moran, and with me is
Chris Heller.
And we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We got a great episode of the podcast for you guys today. But before we get into that, we do want to do a little bit of catch up with each other.
Yes.
You know, that's what we do. We know when we meet up once a week, we talk about life, we talk about comics, talk about movies and things that you guys care about.
Yeah, and we don't actually get to see each other as much as you guys may think because we're doing the show, but it's actually not as much.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff that goes on.
You know, we do once a week, maybe twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to point out our drinks. Can you show them?
Oh, our drinks? Yeah.
Put the cap on and don't be a barbarian.
Don't be a barbarian.
You know, we're in public. If it spills.
What is it
all right.
this? Oh, because we have dark side and light side drinks. Very Star Warsian drinks.
Look who has more force. Go on, show him how little force you have.
Look how much I've drank already.
He has very little force. So that knows that I am strong.
But mine's more potent.
No, this is freaking.
Do it.
It's barely any red in there. It's more pink.
It's making a comeback.
So, how have you been?
All right, man. It's been a long couple of weeks.
Yes.
You know, a lot's going on. A lot of pop culture's going on. Loving Watchmen.
Oh my God, Watchmen is. Nobody's talking about it.
Nobody's talking about it.
Amazing.
And it's like the greatest show on television right now.
People need to watch that show.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
It's a little bit of, that entry barrier. People are like, Watchmen. I didn't know anything about it.
Or they thought it'd be like really based on the characters from the book comics. Right after.
Yeah. So like it's a weird place where it's at, but like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's getting viewers. It broke a record for viewership. Like the first episode broke a record, and then I think HBO's already talking about renewing it for season 2, which they'd be stupid not to. It's phenomenal.
I can't believe how much I'm enjoying it.
The writing, the acting, everything.
It's great. I'm like, so like one of the characters, small spoiler, from the original Watchmen, the comic, or if you don't remember that, you watched the movie because most people loved it.
Definitely read the book.
The one chick who was a superhero,
Lori Blake.
Yeah,
she was Silk Spectre.
Silk Spectre, thank you. She did a full 180, and now she's like a high up in the FBI. And trying to like shut down. She's in charge of the anti-vigilante task force. Yeah, which in every superhero show and comic, there's one of these forces. That's the thing. And she's like, yeah. I used to run around, and now I'm like, no, don't do it.
Yeah, she basically goes around and captures people, and she's like no nonsense and very much like not what she used to be. And
I think it's because she don't get the blue dick anymore.
That's definitely a part of it, as we know. That whole show runs around that blue dick, which we'll talk about. When we're definitely going to review it when it's over. Yes, we're going
to review the whole season when it comes
we
out.
want to review it because there's 2 episodes left. So we want to wait till it's done. But yeah, that's been great. How about you, man? How's everything? I know you were sick for a while.
I had the flu. I died and came back. Somebody used the Max Revive, and I'm doing good.
Max Revive.
I got a haircut in my death. I didn't know that was possible. I woke up and I'm like, I have no hair.
Well, they do make the body very nice for, the funeral.
Are you saying I'm nice?
I'm saying you're dead.
I knew him. I knew he'd say I'm beautiful one day. I just took him to drink the Sith juice.
Sith juice. My Sith juice is very good, yes.
But no, I've been playing Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Nice.
Sword.
Okay.
Like, ridiculous amount.
Okay.
Heather, my fiance, got me that for my birthday.
Okay.
She bought me the Switch and that. I had a Switch, remember?
She bought you another Switch?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I lent her my Switch to play before the game came out for like months.
So she's basically giving you back the Switch.
Yeah. She's playing Breath of the Wild.
Great
and she's
game.
Like, I was like, oh, hon, when Pokemon comes out, I kind of want to have the Switch back. But you know what? You play when you get it, because I know you're really enjoying it. Maybe I'll just buy my own down the road or Christmas time. And then she bought me it, pretty much saying, hey, I'm keeping your actual Mario Switch. Edition one. And I'm playing my game. Now you play your game like a freaking savage. So I've been playing that. I beat the game already.
Oh, wow.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. I've heard good things.
The ending is unique. Like you go through a whole gym challenge.
Yeah.
You fight the gym leader.
It's not just like Elite Four anymore.
There's no Elite Four.
Yeah.
So what it is, you want me to spoil?
No, I don't want to spoil this. No, I don't like spoilers.
You got to fight people before you fight him.
Gotcha.
The leader.
Gotcha.
The champion. I keep saying leader.
Okay.
But you get to fight numerous people in it. The story's good. You do the wild area. That's huge.
Yeah.
So you keep going back to the same area and there's always different Pokemon.
That's cool.
And especially based on the weather. And then there's this new mechanic with Dynamaxing, which I thought was not going to like with the giant Pokemon. Let me rephrase that. I knew I was going to like it. Other people didn't like it. They were like, I was like, I like Mega Evolutions. I like this. It's fine.
Oh, Mega Evolution was good.
I think I like Mega Evolutions more than this.
Yeah.
But this brings the whole feeling of like, all right, people are watching it.
Okay.
Like it's more of a spectator sport Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like when you went to the gym battles and even the championship.
One of the later games, they had like people come and sit on the railings. Like they started making it like it's a viewable thing.
Exactly. So like it always felt like cut off, but now it's like, all right, it's a big grandiose event.
Yeah.
People are in it like it's a sporting arena.
Yeah.
Everybody's cheering it on.
Yeah.
You have the giant Pokemon, cool. But like it actually felt like, oh wow, like this is people actually care about this. People are watching. It's a spectator sport.
That's cool.
So it's a lot of fun. I just started trying to breed for my competitive Pokemon.
Oh, nice.
A lot easier in this game. I love everything about it.
I beat a couple games recently over Thanksgiving break. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes.
We haven't seen you guys since before Thanksgiving.
Don't mention that. They don't know that. That's fine.
But no, I think they do if they're watching every episode. But yeah, no. I finished The Last of Us. I replayed The Last of Us.
You liked it?
It's so good and it's terrifying and brilliantly storied and everything else. And I started playing Jedi Fallen Order too.
How are you liking it?
I like it. It was hard to get used to, especially after playing Last of Us. The controls are so different.
It's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's tough.
I had to put it on easy.
You got to.
My brother made fun of me.
Oh, I'd make fun of you too. Jesus, why are you on easy?
I put it on easy.
Why?
To make it easier. It said literally in the description of why I would want to do that.
But no, I'm playing it on normal personally, but it takes a while to get used to the gimmick, and it's not just running around with your lightsaber like hitting everything.
That's why I changed
which
it.
Is why. But so it's more like you actually have to defend yourself and kind of strategize through fights,
which is good,
which I like. Yeah, the story's really good. Graphics look awesome. The worlds look awesome.
It really immerses you.
Love the droid. BD1. Very helpful. But yeah, I'm still very early in the story, so I still have a lot to go through. Awesome. But I like it so far. But I hear that the later half is like way better.
All right, Chris. I think it's time for the main reason why they're watching today.
Yes.
So, guys, on today's episode of the podcast, we got a lot of fun stuff for you. A lot of trailers came out that we want to watch with you and enjoy.
Yeah.
So the first one we want to do on this week's trailer time, we're going to do the James Bond 007, No Time to Die.
Love it.
Because his clock is broken. And he don't know what to do.
He doesn't know when he has to die.
So, guys,
we just know we're
going to go ahead and get that trailer up for you. I'm going to vamp a little bit and make it nice. And
I'm really excited for this movie. Anyone who knows me, like I'm a huge James Bond fan. I read the books. I've seen every movie. I have the whole collection. I'm a huge James Bond fan.
Are you ready?
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and watch it.
Let's do it.
I haven't watched it. I'm excited.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't know what that was. Looks beautiful. Wasn't that Aquaman? Right over there.
He's got the classic Aston Martin 63.
We all have our secrets.
Leah Sedu's back.
Didn't get to yours yet.
He's pissed.
Awesome.
So good.
I need to watch more of that.
Oh, Kobe.
I don't think Kobe ever did that.
I know. I don't think Kobe ever did that.
Faster than we can.
I know I don't watch basketball, but I mean, I think that I would know that.
Where's 007?
Where is he?
That's him.
Beautiful.
I need a favor, brother.
Where's he?
You're the only one I trust for this.
Oh, isn't that? What's his name?
Yeah, it's Felix Leiter.
Yeah.
The CIA agent.
Bond.
You were 00.
2 years.
She's the new 007 while he's gone.
There's a woman 007?
Yeah.
I won't let anyone
So white people aren't happy
She's
about that.
from Captain Marvel.
Yeah, she is.
The one that works.
I thought you two would get along.
There's Moneypenny.
Who's that?
Name? Bond.
She's
James Bond.
oh, so good.
So you're not dead?
Hello, Q. I've missed you.
So it seems like they thought he was dead.
Has. If you feel yourself losing control, I'm not going to lose.
That's why there's a new 007.
Mm-hmm.
So 007 is the title, not James Bond. His name is just James Bond.
Yeah.
Okay.
James.
Oh, I like that guy.
Gave up everything for her.
He was the villain in the last one.
Was he?
No.
I should watch it.
When her secret finds its way out, it'll be the death of you. What is it?
You don't know what this
This
is.
is the last movie with him, right?
Yeah, this is Daniel Craig's last Bond.
James Bond.
Down.
Looks like Swiss Alps or something.
License to kill.
Do you know who the villain is?
History of violence.
I don't know. You asking me?
You'll say.
Looking to my own reflection. Only your skills die with your body.
Another gorgeous woman.
Mine will survive
Yeah, right, yeah.
long after I'm gone.
Oh.
History isn't kind to men who play God.
Oh, Freddie Mercury.
Rami Malek, yep. Freddie Mercury is the villain.
Freddie Mercury, you son of a bitch. I knew you were mad about your movie, but come on.
The movie's great.
Rami Malek is a good actor.
He's phenomenal. Wouldn't be a James Bond movie without a couple turret guns. Oh, come on, that's so cool. That's so cool.
I like it.
Oh, I can't wait.
April 2020.
So, really quick, before we go into the next trailer,
we got time, don't worry.
for any of you Bond fans, there's a huge rumor about who the villain, who Rami Malek is in this movie.
Okay.
That would be a major character, both from the movies and books.
I need some background information.
Yes.
As you know, I am not an avid Bond watcher.
Mm-hmm.
The only one I've watched that I could recall was Casino Royale, and I love that poker scene.
Great
And then
scene.
what he did with his nuts in the chair, that's terrible.
You're like, oh, I try that at home.
No, I did not. Heather saw that. She's like, if you misbehave, that's what's happening. I'm
Jesus Christ.
like, she's dangerous.
Monster.
She hasn't beaten me yet, guys, so we're good.
Yet.
She's very nice.
Keyword, yet.
Yeah, if I act a fool.
Yet.
She has a whole arsenal of things that she could do. She reads comics, watches these movies. But anyway, so for this movie, I didn't watch the last movie, and I'm sure there are probably a couple people out there who haven't.
Yeah.
So what background information do I need to know? Do we need to know before we go into this movie?
Yeah, so the blonde woman, Lea Seydoux, who was in the last movie as well.
That was in the car.
That was in the car.
Okay.
It seems like they're in an actual relationship, which is part of the reason why he quit.
So he quit being Bond.
That's what it seems like.
He quit being 007.
Yes.
I always associated James Bond as like the title, but 007 is the actual
007's actual title, yeah, because they replaced him with the female 007, and they needed to fill that spot in MI6 for those codes.
Okay.
So it seems like he was off the grid. He was done with MI6 after everything that happened, and he's now getting sucked in through one of her secrets. Like James Bond is very much almost like a superhero story.
Which
he
makes sense
he
with all
can
the
never
stuff he
just
do.
be happy. He can never settle down. Like something always happens that brings him back.
Sounds like a certain man of bats.
It does. And so he's been going after this organization called Spectre for a long time, and that was also the title of the last movie. That was the title
of the last movie.
Exactly.
Okay.
Where he captures Christoph Waltz, who was the guy in the cage in the jail.
Oh yeah, he's a great actor.
But Rami Malek is a different character. Apparently, he's the head of this organization.
He's the head of Spectre.
Apparently, like that's what I'm guessing based on the trailer.
So that's your what you were going to tell your theory. So he's okay.
Yeah, but not only that, the rumor is that he is the character called Dr. No. Now, Dr. No is the first movie in the James Bond timeline in 1963.
Okay.
With Sean Connery. And that set up the entirety of the James Bond franchise.
So real quick, with all the other James Bonds, is it one continuing story, or are they like reboots, if you will, like reboot but a different story?
So here's it's a very complicated timeline, but the way it's been explained is in the books he's one guy, and it's different stories about his life in MI6, about the missions he had to go through. And in the movies, it's the same guy, but different actors portraying him.
Okay, so theoretically, Daniel Craig has done everything we've seen in those movies.
No, Daniel Craig rebooted the entire series.
Okay.
So Casino Royale is not only the first movie that kind of reboots the entire story from the 60s to bring Bond into the new age and new tech and everything that's normal to us now, but it also Casino Royale is also the first book that was written by Ian Fleming.
So theoretically, if you don't want to watch any of the other Bonds, you just watch Daniel Craig's Bond. You start with Casino Royale. That is the starting point.
That is the story for all these movies.
James Bond mythos.
Yes, that is the starting point for this current iteration of James Bond.
And in this movie, we see him where he just finished being retired.
Yeah.
And now he's going back to take down this evil government enterprise.
Yes.
Not government, but evil corporation.
It seems like he's trying to take down Spectre, which is almost impossible to take. It's almost like Hydra, where you cut one head off, two more pop up. But if Rami Malek actually is Dr. No, that becomes a whole new open can of worms for the next person, whoever plays Bond after him. A lot of rumors say like Henry Cavill's open to doing it.
So now, is there going to be a new Bond after this, or is there a new 007?
I think there's going to be a new Bond after this.
Okay, new.
Actually, both, because this is Daniel Craig's last movie.
Yeah,
and he said that, like, he's like done.
He didn't want to.
He doesn't want to. I don't think he barely wanted to do this one.
Mm-hmm.
But there will be a new actor playing James Bond.
Okay.
And 007.
So it's not like in this one where we have a new 007 agent. This is a new.
I mean, again, I don't know how that's going to compare with the girl who's playing 007. Like, she could, like, Bond might just be back as James Bond and not have a 00.
Okay.
Like, license to kill kind of thing.
A 007.
Yeah.
And James Bond continuing doing his own different thing in the world.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, so he might be going rogue or like, off the map.
From the organization.
Exactly.
Doing his own kind
but
of
still
thing.
doing his thing.
Kind of like Tom Cruise and his.
Kind of like Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Which, that series.
Great series. Love Mission Impossible.
I don't know if I would use those words.
Love Mission Impossible.
You could love it. I will allow that.
It's amazing.
Next
love
trailer
it anyway.
we're going to talk about, that's right, the Black Widow trailer.
Yes.
So Black Widow trailer, it's the movie's coming out in May 2020.
Yes, it is.
And we know that it's going to be a lot of fun. The trailer just dropped a couple days ago.
It did.
So
and I have a lot of questions.
Well, we're going to watch the trailer. We're going to figure out what's happening.
Good.
Let me just click a button. See, this is why I need it on an angle. Shut up.
He's getting old.
I'm getting old. This should look good for you. All right.
I used to have
This movie's
nothing.
about 10 years too late.
This is also post-Civil War. So it's before Avengers Infinity War.
And then I got this job,
Avengers 1.
this family.
Fall back. Like me. I haven't watched the trailer either.
But nothing lasts forever.
Oh, she can't die in this. She already died.
Had to leave in a hurry.
It's never easy these days.
Doesn't everybody know who you are at this point?
So
How can you
what
still
are you
be
going to
spy?
do?
Wow, they made him look young.
Lived a lot of
That's
lives, but I'm
General Ross.
General Ross, exactly. Red Hope.
I know you're out there.
Is this
I
what
know
you
you know I'm
wrote?
out here.
Yeah, this is Russia.
So we're gonna talk like grown-ups?
Ooh.
Is that what we are?
Let's dance.
Yeah, it was like the exact same moveset too. You noticed that, right?
Yeah, that's because they're both Black Widow.
They're both widows.
It's good to see you too, sis.
Sister. Oh,
What brings you home?
I like her accent. We actually have
Well, I mean, it's a fake Russian accent, but it's a nice Russian accent.
We have unfinished
New suit.
business.
I like it. Well, it's not
We have to
new.
go back to where it all started.
That's a new suit.
So I guess the way is to blend in the snow of Russia.
I think so.
For sure.
Taskmaster!
Taskmaster looks a little weird, but I like it.
Rachel Wise, you get her first shot?
Oh, David Harbour. Woo! Man, he put on some muscle.
Still fits.
I love him.
Family.
Is that his dad? Is that
Back
her dad?
together again.
I have no idea.
You got fat.
Oh, I love him. Oh, David Harbour.
David Harbour's awesome.
I hope they keep using Red Guardian. Oh, what is that?
Red Guardian.
Yeah, Red Guardian. Oh, I'm liking this. Okay. It feels Mission Impossible adds the Marvel version.
A little bit. The Russian Marvel version?
What did I
Mission
say?
Impossible.
Jeremy Johns, we're doing your job. Stop it.
But yeah, no, that's it. I have a couple questions. Again, it's an interesting trailer. Not the best trailer I've seen for a Marvel
Well,
movie.
is it a real trailer? I think it's more of a teaser trailer now.
No, it said that's the official trailer.
That's the
they
official
said
trailer?
The trailer itself is. I mean, you see a lot of stuff. They're not going to give it away. I'm sure there's going to be twists and turns. Obviously, everyone wants to see more Taskmaster.
Yes, I do. That's my draw to this movie is Taskmaster and
Same.
Red Guardian.
So, well, that and I want to know more about Red Guardian. I want to know more about the second Black Widow. Are they going to go comics or are they going to go more like by its way?
Before Endgame.
I do too because it lessens the threat
Yes,
because you know she's going to live regardless.
I would have loved this to happen.
Well, hopefully it gives us something
Before.
else that
A new dynamic I've heard appreciate.
not only
one more time.
a new dynamic of her, but like it gives us a couple stuff with the characterization and different characters that we might see later down the line, or it affects something that's coming, or there's gonna like Marvel knows what they're doing.
Yeah, this
in
is
the form of
definitely
that.
setting up a seed with these other characters
Yeah.
to come back.
And it's also obviously a movie to be like, thank you, Scarlett, for doing all these movies and never getting your own fucking movie.
True,
But
very true.
There's a couple things like if you see her sister is wearing the jacket she wears in Endgame and Infinity War.
Yeah. You think she's going to take over as a new Widow for the Avengers? Joins them?
I don't think so, because her characterization in the comics is very much like she's more of a villain. She's more of like a Russian operative. She doesn't care about America or the Avengers.
And Red Guardian kind of has like his own Avengers team, right? With Ursur and
they're like
Ursur's a giant talking bear.
Giant talking drunk bear. Awesome character.
It's awesome.
Yeah, they kind of have their own like the Russian guards. And then the Red Guard. The Red Guard, and they have the Red Widow in that, which is a crazy character who no one knows the identity of still.
Maybe she turns into Red Widow,
or maybe there's another Red Widow, or maybe Rachel Weisz is Red Widow, and we don't know.
I like that. But here's the thing.
We'll see.
I mean, if this sets up the whole Russia versus America, Red Guardian and his squad versus our Avengers, or what we have left. I think that'd be cool for like a mini Avengers movie because that brings it local. We don't have to worry about these overarching aliens and stuff like that. But like, all right, it's across seas. Give it like that Mission Impossible vibe, but it's two Civil War, if you will. But it's two different Avenging teams. We don't have to worry about what side we're rooting for.
I don't think they're going to do that.
Okay.
I think it's going to be more of Natasha, as she said in almost every movie, like.
No, I'm not saying in this movie. I'm talking about in future movies.
Oh, that's what I'm saying too. Like, I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be a celebration of this character. I think this movie is going to be a celebration of the character, bringing Taskmaster into the Marvel Universe.
Okay.
Probably not dying so he could show up later.
I think her sister is Taskmaster.
I don't. I think she's Black Widow still. You never know. Maybe it's Rachel Weisz too, because she's in there like 2 quick shots and we don't know what she's doing, and she's obviously doing something.
Maybe.
But I think this is going to be a celebration of the character. I think this is going to be more of a Natasha has to go back to finish something she never did, or
that she was avoiding or something like that.
Yeah. Excuse me, like some type of like mission she didn't finish, or something she couldn't get herself to do, or whatever the case is, to kind of like clear her mind and kind of after going through Civil War and being like, holy shit, like
families,
look how quickly this deteriorated, like with my new family. And she says in the trailer, right, like this is, I found a new family, and you see Nick Fury, you see Hawkeye, you see all these characters, but then it's like, all right, but I haven't finished, I have unfinished business here I have to take care of, and this is the best time to do it while I'm in hiding. And we also saw a younger General Ross that they did the de-aging thing on, so that's going to be interesting.
I love that he's in these movies like as an undertone.
And maybe he gives her a mission she has to take care of. So
maybe,
like, in order to keep her out of jail.
Red Hulk?
I don't. I would love it though.
I think it'd be good,
unless he shows up in this one.
It could be.
But if
something happens to him, he turns into Red Hulk.
Oh, that'd be great.
At the end, or like you don't see it, but like we all know, we got that nod.
Yeah,
and like we're gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah, I will say this movie is one that is not high on my radar for next year, but obviously I'm going to see it.
As in like. I don't think it's going to be good.
No, I think it's going to be good.
I can watch it when I watch it.
I think it's going to be good. It's not something that I'm avidly looking forward to.
I'm with you on that.
Like it's not something I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this to come out. The way like obviously like an Endgame or a Star Wars.
I'm like, I'll watch it. It looks fun.
Yeah, or even James Bond. Like I want to see, but like this to me is going to be a great celebration of the character. Obviously, it's Marvel, so it's going to connect with the universe.
Yeah, that's
probably
why.
Future stuff. And I'm a huge Taskmaster fan, so I'm really excited for Taskmaster.
I think this. The success of this movie is probably predicated on how much this connects to the other parts of the MCU.
That too.
Because everybody already is writing off this movie. It's like, oh, happened in the past. Do I really need to see it? Like, oh, David Harbour. I like him.
Yeah.
Oh, Taskmaster. I like that. Okay. Yeah. So I hope there's going to be something. And then rumors and whispers are like, all right, you need to watch this because it sets up all these other things that we didn't know what were happening.
And that might be how they get you, because again, it's a business and Marvel's not stupid, and obviously they're
not.
Scarlett her movie that she's always deserved.
Yes,
but at the same time, they're also going to be like, listen, we're also going to make sure that we're setting ourselves up for success and continuing this on, and whether it's Taskmaster, with AIM, and you start growing the AIM organization, which would be a little weird with him, but I
don't think that's
you could do something.
I don't think they do anything.
Or they do like the Assassins Guild or something like maybe like that.
I can see them doing the Guild.
And he ends up in a show later or a movie later.
Show. That might be setting up a show.
Maybe.
See that. So guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of the Black Widow trailer. Are you excited for this movie? Is this something on your radar? Moving on, guys. The next topic we want to talk about. That's right. The Boys teaser trailer, if you will. It's for season 2 of Amazon's exclusive show.
Yes.
It's another show that not a lot of people have watched. It's definitely highly recommended by myself and by Chris.
But everyone who's watched it has made sure this show came back, and it's
I'm so glad
awesome.
We got the second season,
and it's raunchy, and it's basically if the Justice League was shitty normal human beings who were more evil than good and were good at acting.
It's like Justice League in our world today and how we would treat them.
If politicians had superheroes.
Yes, because there's sponsor deals with them.
Yes.
They got the cereal.
Yep.
They got, they have contracts that they have to save people. They set up things for them to look good and take things down.
Yep.
And they're not really even doing anything.
Oh, I love this show.
All right, guys. Let me pull this trailer up for you.
It's a girl who killed a guy with her ass. It was amazing.
Oh my God, that was right.
Yeah.
She took that drug. God, hold on. Before we get into the trailer.
This is more the ass killing. We must talk about.
So they these I don't want to call them the metas. These superheroes, they're powered people take this drug to get these abilities enhanced
And heightened. It's like steroids for your superpowers.
And that makes them high. And so she has sex
and it's
with this
addicting.
guy,
It's addicting.
and she's riding his face.
Yes.
And just smashes it, smushes it. Boom.
Literally killed the guy.
Has nothing to do with her powers, by the way. Her powers she's like a Wolverine kind of person.
Yeah.
She smashes it.
She killed the guy with her ass. What a way to go.
Would you want to die that way?
Who wouldn't?
I
mean, if you had to die,
I don't know if I would.
It's probably painful as hell.
Yeah. Because repeatedly slapping on wait, this is too much. You're trying to stop.
Literally on the floor.
It's supposed to be good.
He was his head was in an ass-shaped mush on the floor.
Because she kept slapping on it before.
Oh,
if it was just one slap, maybe.
Just kill me instantly. If it's
any kind of way you're gonna kill me, just real quick. Don't take notes, guys. Don't. Just because that's how I would doesn't mean I want to.
No, it's a crazy balls to the wall, pedal to the metal like Carl Urban show, and he is awesome.
All right, here we go.
Very Superman-like.
Homelander, aka
except
Superman.
with blood all over his face.
Great acting, by the way, by him.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh my God,
he's so crazy.
Right? That deranged look of his face. A little montage. I'm liking it. Oh, boy, what's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, he's alive.
Yeah. Oh, it looked like he was drinking breast milk.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Oh, Gustavo Fring's in this.
That's his son that he was just in there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, what are we talking about? The gore in this show? Woo! Oh my God, I was not ready for all this. Oh, the store. Oh, the deep. That's
the deep. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
I was not ready for what I just saw. It was a teaser. It was real quick.
I couldn't say anything. I just kept laughing.
The tea at the end was a perfect thing. Are you ready?
I think out of anyone in Hollywood, the coolest motherfucker to drink and hang with would be Carl Urban.
Yeah.
Like, he's just that fucking dude.
I don't think he's acting.
No, I just think that's him. I think in Star Trek he acts where he's Bones and the Doctor and like Judge Dredd and all that other stuff. But I think in this, he's just like, I'm just me. I'm just a badass motherfucker.
As you saw in that short teaser, there's a lot of action, a lot of gore.
A lot of killing.
A lot of killing.
I gotta guess the heroes are gonna be going after them now, right?
I think so.
Because you have
not all. Actually, I don't know about that.
It depends.
I think we're gonna see a civil war between the Seven. The Seven is what they call the Justice League.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna go against each other.
Queen Maeve seemed like her morality was shifted during that first season. Same with the Deep. A-Train, I think, has put himself into a hole, but do they retaliate because of the Deep? I mean, because of A-Train.
Who's they? Homelander?
Homelander and them, yeah.
That's the only one.
Well,
Homelander, I don't know, man, because Homelander's kind of crazy right now. Just found out he has a son. He's dealing with Carl Urban. I think he's not even going to do anything.
Well, Carl Urban's like actual wife is alive, which we find out at the end of season 1. Spoilers.
So I don't think that.
But like that, and then he drops him off at the house.
All right, well, let's look at this. There's 7 of them. 1 is dead, so there's only 6.
Who's dead?
The translucent guy.
That's right.
So we have the Star Girl. What's her name?
Who is was it Starlight?
Starlight. So we know Starlight's on the side of, we'll call them the rebellion for right now, right? The rebels.
The boys.
The boys.
The boys.
Yeah, that's the name of the show.
The name of the show, Rob.
She's on the side of the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Homelander, he's against them, but like he's in a weird space, so like I don't think he's hunting them right now.
He's just a psychopath.
Yes.
He's like a sociopath.
So he's on the side of the 7.
Yeah.
A-Train's,
he is the 7.
He is the 7. A-Train's out of the commission.
Mm-hmm.
So that leaves me, all right, that's 2. Let's do maths. There's 3 people left.
Let's do maths.
The Deep is a rape victim, so he's dealing with his own stuff.
The Deep is, he's also in, was it like protective custody, or he's in Ohio somewhere.
Is it Ohio?
Yeah, they put him somewhere to like hide him and keep him away.
And he goes to theme parks and like kind of, but I think he's going to go against the 7.
Maybe.
I think he's going to like be a neutral party, not with the boys, but going against.
I just thought it was funny that every time he tried to do something good, like save the dolphin or like the lobster, it just ended up in fucking tragedy.
If you haven't seen that scene, oh my god! So listen, the Deep, he's like Aquaman. He could talk to fish, and people make fun of him just like Aquaman. So you're gonna love it. He goes to save a dolphin, and like the dolphin's in love with him, wants to have sex with him, and he's like, "We'll talk about this later."
Because he's talking to the dolphin.
He stops short in the tractor trailer. The dolphin flies out of the windshield. It gets worse. Hold on. Hits the floor. You're like, oh my God, we'll run out to save him. And then an 18-wheeler runs over the dolphin. It's not funny, but it's
so fucking funny. And he's just sitting in the truck like. And then he goes to the grocery store and he's like,
yes.
Is that the lobster tank? And he's like, yeah, give me the lobster. Like
he knows the lobster.
He knows the lobster. And he's trying
like,
to save it.
That one.
And he goes, okay. And the guy takes it out and kills it.
He's like, no. And he kills him.
And it's like, and so everything he tries to do just gets shit on. Oh, it's so great. It's a great show.
Want a dark, twisted, funny,
fucked
version
up show.
Of the superheroes that you know. Definitely watch this.
It's
Have
amazing.
Homelander, just Superman has a mommy complex.
Yeah.
With one lady. You know, guys, we can't recommend the show enough if you haven't already watched season 1. If you have watched season 1, you already know where we're at. I want to know your theories of what's going to happen with season 2 down in the comments below.
And let's know if you've read the book as well, and if it's anything like the book, because I haven't read the book.
I'm trying to avoid, as you know.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person like I need to. If I start watching something, I'll watch it all the way through. Then I'll read.
By the way, that's how I'm drinking tea every time now, like Carl Urban,
and just laughing
and just with that shit-eating grin on his face. It's so great.
Better than you drinking coffee. So
I love coffee. Trying to cut back though. Trying to cut back. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot more water.
Why?
I don't want to be addicted to caffeine and have those caffeine headaches when you don't have coffee, and you know. Yep.
I get that with nachos.
Then like a 10 a.m. Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket!
I get that with nachos. Nacho withdrawal.
I have a nacho headache right now. That's why I'm a circle, guys.
Quickly, cheese!
Somebody feed me! I'm hungry.
Yeah, see, the hungry meter's already happening.
All right. Guys, that brings us to the final topic of today's podcast.
Yes.
We're going to talk about The Mandalorian. That's right.
Mando.
We're going to talk about Mandalorian episodes 3 and 4 for you today. Nice little chunk of Star Wars Disney Plus.
Yes.
Before we get into the details of what we liked in each episode, I want to ask you on a surface level.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me about my account being hacked.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, my Disney Plus account got hacked on Thanksgiving.
No.
Which was like the night before episode 3 came out.
All right, hold off on the review. How did you know it got hacked?
So
did you get like
it was awful. Yeah, so I got an email that said your account had been updated and everything went through correctly. And I was like, I never updated my account. My account has been my account. So I called Disney Plus and I was like, hi. I was like, I got an email saying this account was updated. I called them at like 11:30 at night. And I was like, my account just said it was updated. I never updated it. Like, I contact, obviously it's like me and Erica and one of our friends is on it and we split it. But he didn't update anything because he just has it on his PS4.
Okay.
So, and it's my account, like with my information and my login stuff. So
This is delicious.
it's pretty good. So
It's just water, we swear.
It really is just water. It's like UV blue.
Bacardi while they're recording.
Drunken asshats.
Oh my god! My god! Little did they know.
So
the way of the force.
The way of the force. So yeah, I called them and they were like, "Yeah, your account's been hacked." And I was like, "What?" And they were like, "Yeah." They're like, "It seems like someone figured out your password somehow and changed from your email to theirs, so it basically like they took your account."
What was your password?
It was. Does it sound like my account hacked? It was. Blah, 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 blah.
It was. I'm assuming it's no longer it.
No, it's no longer the
Can you tell me off air what it was?
Yeah, sure.
It's definitely like My Dog 360.
It really wasn't.
Or I Love Blue Water 45.
Or Nacho Cheese 42.
Oh, don't bring up food.
So yeah, they said like, "Hey, your account's hacked. Someone changed the email. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna transfer over to a new account. We can still use your same email. You need a new password, and we're gonna give you 3 free days. That gives us time to transfer all your information over."
What do you mean 3 free days?
Because it takes time to transfer over the like financial information for payment.
You pay by month. How do you get free?
No, I paid the year. I paid the year subscription.
Yeah. So what is 3 extra days? All right, I guess
That's their thing. So I wasn't arguing 3 days.
Okay.
So I changed I changed my email and we re-logged in. 3 days go by. I can't log in. So I'm like, what the hell? So I called.
Mando happened already.
No, I watched Mandalorian.
How'd you watch it?
Because of the 3 free days. So I was able to log back in. No, that was after the 3 days. So so my account got switched.
It got switched.
So my
they gave
email
you a temporary account for 3 days.
Yes. And after 3 days, it becomes my real account.
Okay, got it.
So after the 3 days, it locked again.
Oh,
so I had to call them, but it wasn't like an email saying it updated. It just locked out. So I called them back and I was like, "Hey, my account's been locked. Like, what's going on?" They said, "This is what happened. I got hacked on Thanksgiving. They gave me 3 free days. I'm waiting to transfer everything over." And they're like, "All right, let's see." And the lady was very helpful, but she was one of those people who like didn't have the answer right away. So she kept going, "Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I just can't find it. Just give me 1 second." And I'm like,
"Just put me on hold."
Yes, I'm like, "Just put me on hold."
That's
so
if I don't know anything, I'm like, you know what? Let me put you on a brief hold.
Yeah. So like she kept looking, blah blah blah, and couldn't find. The problem is they couldn't find because my budget and like not budget, but my money stuff and information hadn't transferred over yet. So it was saying when I logged in that I need to pay again.
Oh,
because I didn't pay for it because it's a new account and they didn't transfer everything over.
Illegal.
So I was like, no, I paid. I was like, and I put like I'm on the phone, I have it on speaker. I'm pulling up my account. I was like, it went through on November 20th, the $70 that you guys took out. I'm like, you need to look this up and find that I paid because I'm not. Why would I call if I didn't?
Of course.
So she's like, yeah, she's like, I believe you. I just can't find. Hold on, give me 1 second. Kept doing that thing. So I was like, can you look up my card? She's like, you know what? Yeah.
It's a novella right now, guys.
So she looked up my card info, found it, and then transferred. Then she gave me a free month.
Good.
Because 1, I had to call again, and 2, they hadn't finished transferring over. She's like, it should be like, we're giving you till January 1st for the account. Like, there should be any issues. It should transfer everything over, and your account should be updated. So that's what happened. But yeah, I got hacked.
Huh. But you got a free month out of it.
Yeah.
Was it
a free month of 3 days?
Is a month of 3 days worth the hack?
No, I was pissed. I kept asking. I was like, any way you could find these people for me? I'd like to visit them myself.
Yeah, make them cookies?
Yes.
What if it's like a grandma?
Chocolate. Granny can get her shit rocked like anybody else. Sorry, you don't fucking hack people, you piece of shit.
When you think of hackers, you always think of like you have a certain like type of person.
Some loser in their mom's basement. Yeah.
And what if it's the mom? Hey Jimmy, look what I got for you!
Mom can get Mom can get rocked like anybody else.
That sounds sexual, and I know you don't mean it.
I don't mean it sexually.
What if she's really hot? Now we'll put it in the section.
Mom can get rocked like anybody else.
That's what I thought. So, overall, as watching Mandalorian episodes 1 and 2, I was kind of
back to your original question,
yes, which is you see in the bottom. We're talking about that.
Yes.
Your yes it threw me off.
Yes. Yes.
Watching episode 1 and 2, I was, apprehensive for it. I was like, you know what? Is it going to be that good? Am I really?
You weren't the only one. You weren't the only one.
I was like, you know what? I'm not really liking it. I'm like, it's fine. I didn't really buy him as like a bounty hunter. I didn't buy him, his acting. I didn't. Then Baby Yoda came and I'm like, all right, let me give it a little bit more time.
You're like, I'm sold.
But episode 3 and 4 for me, and I believe a lot of you guys, was the pivoting point.
100%.
Right?
Yes.
So especially with 3, we see all the other bounty hunters come in that big, over dramatic action sequence. They're fighting Lando Calrissian and they're fighting all these other guys.
No, they're not fighting Lando.
That's Lando.
No, it's not.
Who are you lying to? That's Lando.
First of all, it's Apollo Creed.
That's Lando. I refer to him as Lando.
Not Billy D. Carl Weathers is not Billy D. Williams.
Me and my friends say he's Lando. He's Lando.
This is so ridiculous.
No, who's he really?
He is the head of the Bounty Hunters Guild. Like, he runs the Bounty Hunter Guild that gives the jobs out.
I'm not gonna lie. Until today, I thought he was not.
He's not Lando at all. It's not Lando.
So who is he?
He's just a bounty hunter. He's a bounty hunter guild leader. That's what he is.
Who told me he was Lando?
Some racist asshole who thought he looked like Lando.
They were like, "How is that Lando?" And he looks so much younger than he does now. I'm like, "Yeah,
it's not Lando."
I know they have the aging
because it's not Lando.
It looked completely different.
He's not Lando.
Okay.
He never was Lando.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, what is he doing with the bounty hunters?
Well, he runs the guild of that sector.
I know now.
And does, also great voice. I like when he goes, Mando.
Yeah, he does have a good voice. But they're fighting.
Yeah, no, like episode 3
it's good.
For me has been my favorite so far. I really liked episode 4.
Gets Yoda, Baby Yoda, does all that, shows his true colors.
But what's crazy is in episode 3, you kind of already know what's going to happen, right?
Yes.
Like, he's not going to leave the baby once he drops him off at the empirical like science guild.
I want to
thing.
interrupt you for just a moment and talk to them about this one scene where
obviously spoilers for 3 and 4
when we know that he was going to go back.
Yeah,
when he's about to fly away and he's about to like grab that little joystick and move it.
Yes,
that Baby Yoda took off the little ball.
Yes, and was playing with it,
and he was about to do it.
God, the cuteness value is ridiculous.
But, no, I'm talking about his acting. That pause there, and that the focus on it's acting / camera work.
Yes,
that really is carrying the show for me, and I can appreciate it. And so that focus on his face, he just that pause, he's not moving, and then he's like, and he puts the ball back on,
and he lowers it back down,
and he goes back in.
But he also does the thing where like his face goes from like, nope, I'm leaving, to like, I can't leave, can I?
And he emotes with that face.
And that to me is brilliant.
It was very good.
And that's what I've been saying this whole show. Even like episode 1's very, very piloty, very, very beginning. And I know like you had your issues with episode 1. A lot of people did. I was listening to Mark.
I have spoken.
I was listening to Mark Bernardin talk about it, and his whole thing was, I watched the first episode like 3 times, and I didn't like it at first, and then I was like, how can I not like this? It's Star Wars. Look how beautiful everything is. Look how much money they put into this. Look at and you got
the effort in it.
You can, but you also have to realize, like, at the end of the day, this is a show for kids. This is a show that is building a new audience, a new fandom.
I guess, yeah.
That is, as much as we love it because we are, we've seen this stuff.
I mean,
but like,
I don't want to view that. I don't think that should be an excuse for subpar content.
It's not at all. But I'm saying like the focus isn't us. Just like with superhero movies.
I don't think this show is for kids. I don't think this is geared for a younger audience.
I'm not saying like 5-year-olds. I'm saying it's
like teenagers.
I'm saying it's gearing towards. It has a wide range. Yes, it's got a lot of shooting and killing and fighting and violence.
Beautiful,
but it also has a lot of stuff where it's like, these are new characters that we're trying to get you to like. That we're trying to get you to love. Baby Yoda's the perfect fucking example of that. That now you love this character.
They count memes with Baby Yoda.
Oh, it's amazing. And you are going to be attached to this character, and you want to know what happens to these characters. They're very good at hooking you to that. Okay. So for season 1 so far, episode 3 and 4. Again, I like 3 better personally.
So 3, just to summarize 3. He decided to change his mind. He went back to get Baby Yoda.
Yes.
Gets Baby Yoda. The Bounty Hunter Guild wants to turn on him. The Mandalorians backed him up, which, is really against their code because only one comes out at a time.
Yeah. Well, he gets paid in the the metal that
for them,
the Empire had, but it's originally from Mandalore.
Yes.
And then he upgrades his entire armor. He gets a whole new armor.
Which was great.
Which was awesome. And he
donates the rest.
And he donates the rest goes to the Mandalore. And either kids or whatever they do with it. And he has like almost like a little fight skirmish in there which kind of might be a little foreshadowing.
Like a big body, like a gunner guy.
Like a gunner. And
cool.
Yeah, like if he's in the video game, he's the tank guy.
Yeah,
right?
he's
like
definitely the tank.
You know, so like he goes into it and like is kind of like you don't belong here kind of thing. So that might be a past thing where it's like they know this guy isn't an original Mandalorian guilder, or he was brought into it later on in life.
Makes sense.
Which makes sense why he's kind of more of a loner. He doesn't really like again, you would think like Mandalore's kind of in shambles, the planet. They have this kind of underground where the Mandalorians are. Wouldn't he want to be around his people more?
Right,
you know, so that's
he's always trying to
in and out,
missions.
in and out.
I chalk that up as like, oh, the PTSD of him losing his family, or stuff happened when he was younger. But now maybe it's like, oh, it's a combination of that, and like he doesn't feel at home with these other people.
Yeah.
But episode 4, it's pretty much he's trying to find a home, right?
Yeah.
So he goes to this one planet, and he finds, I guess, this chick. Was he another bounty hunter? I really didn't understand what
I
she
thought
was.
she was an ex-Mandalorian in the beginning. Gina Carano.
Yeah. Beautiful, by the way.
Of course.
Great actress too.
I thought she was originally going to be a Mandalorian that took the helmet off and doesn't put it back on.
Okay.
But we find out she was actually a rebel gunner.
That's what it was.
So she was part of the rebellion.
Yeah.
So fought in the same guild that, Luke Han and Leia are part of, because this takes place.
I know those guys.
Yeah. The show takes place 5 years after episode 6.
Yes.
So the Empire's fallen. The rebels are now the Republic, and they're trying to rebuild the Republic. So she's kind of just out of a job, right? Like I was a rebel gunner. I fought for the rebels, and now I'm kind of roaming around planets and
trying to
find work and trying to find peace. And they run into each other, and
good fight scene, by the way, between the two of them.
That was awesome, and she beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, and then you get the best meme from that show.
Which I know the only reason you wanted to talk about that is to talk about this.
Yes, yeah. I mean, they were fighting back and forth, and then you see Baby Yoda just sitting there like
drinking the soup. As they're like looking at each other with the guns in their face.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
And again, the cute value is unreal. Where he's like walking in the village with the kids and stuff.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe him walking. I loved it.
It's amazing. And he's just kind of like it's amazing.
The Mandalorian took off his helmet.
He did, to eat, which obviously he has to eat. And there's
I thought there was a compartment.
So in episode 4, they have a very good, like, they bring in this woman who is like this widow who's a part of this, who I think has a backstory somehow, because there's no way she's that good with a gun.
Yeah.
And just doing like krill farming all day.
She's very reminiscent to whoever that is in his past.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's
very pretty.
Like immediately tied.
Yes. I said this, and you might agree with me. If they ever did a live action Pocahontas, she'd be perfect.
Oh.
Because she has the look of like, she could totally be a live action Pocahontas.
You guys like that? I like that.
Shot in the dark. But so she kind of has this, like, she's the person from the town that has the rapport with the Mandalorian.
Yes.
And she's the one who kind of gets him food, and her daughter's playing with Baby Yoda and feeding him and brings him out and plays with the kids.
It almost sets up like, oh, you could have a family here. Like,
yes.
It kind of
this
shows,
could be
like,
a life.
Baby Yoda could live here. Mm-hmm. This woman wants you. She's giving you food.
Yet she doesn't know what you look like.
Yeah, I was like, hey, lady, he could have like a buck teeth and an eye in the middle of his forehead. His nose could be
He's
over
just
here.
alien. He doesn't.
Yeah, this is Star Wars. He's not. Yeah. He might not even be a man.
He might not even be a humanoid.
Yeah,
so,
robot under there.
But like, and she asks him, like, she goes, "When was the last time you took your helmet off?" And he says, "Last night." Like, he takes it off to eat, probably to sleep, to shower, to do things like everyone else does. But in public, he has to have it on.
Yeah.
And you see it when he's eating.
It's because also the Mandalorian and like the bounty hunter, it's not just a job, it's a religion. So it's almost like religious garb, like the armor, how much you take care of it.
Yeah.
Like, he needs to wear them, be covered up to be prepared for battle all the time. Sure, but it's also like
the warrior race
code.
Yeah. 100%. And so obviously he takes it off.
I know some things about Star Wars.
So he takes it off to eat, obviously. You don't see his face, which is really cool, because everyone's like, show your face! Show your fucking face!
They're going to show it at probably the last episode.
Maybe. So yeah, he puts the helmet next to him and he's eating. But like, yeah, that episode, and then you have kind of like the classic episode of like, you know, we need to teach these people how to defend themselves.
Yeah.
Very Jurassic Park-esque with the chicken walker.
Yep. By the way, that walker and fighting the walker and like those other enemies was such a good scene.
It was awesome.
And like I was like, wow, this walker is really badass. Like, and they did a good job fighting it.
The ATSD, yep.
They had to like trigger to fall into the mud and take it down.
Yeah. And he's got the little and throws it in.
They did like it's pretty much like a plot of a movie in that one episode. They're like, you're here. You got to train these people, these villagers to fight. Like we've seen this before,
yes,
right? Everybody's 100%. Seen this before.
Very, very Western too.
Yes, they're like, you got to train.
You want to protect your town. You need to know how to shoot a gun, kind of thing. And we're going to hide you, and you're going to shoot the guys.
And now they left. They're better to defend themselves.
Yes.
They're better for it.
Yep.
And now he's off.
And now he's more of a legend. The hero continues on.
Exactly.
And I
Mandalorian,
the Mando. So like he in this like. Bryce Dallas Howard directed episode 4.
Who?
Bryce Dallas Howard. She's Ron Howard's daughter. Ron Howard is a longtime actor, director.
Arrested Development.
Yes. And directed Solo. Bryce Dallas Howard.
I know he's done other stuff, but I just finished that.
Arrested Development. Yeah. Amazing. And Bryce Dallas Howard was in Jurassic World with Chris Pratt. She's the redhead.
Yes.
So she directed this, which is very reminiscent of like very Jurassic Park-esque.
I feel it.
Like the chicken walker kind of coming through the trees is very much like the T-Rex.
The cinematography for that in the jungle. The forest. Sorry.
The forest.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Wait, side note. What is the difference between a forest and a jungle?
Honestly?
Both a lot of trees, a lot of foliage and animals.
I mean, they're both trees, yeah. Amazon forest, you know, the Amazon jungle, they call it. I think it's just 2 synonym names.
And rainforest?
Rainforest, yeah.
There has to be a difference.
There must be.
Maybe they kind of...
I don't know.
Can you let me know down in the comments below?
Forest
Somebody Google it. Difference between a forest and a jungle.
Put it on the poll. Do you know the difference between a forest and a jungle?
Yes. Maybe we'll put a card over here.
Put a poll.
If we don't, it's because we're lazy.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
In the forest jungle.
In the forest jungle.
The cinematography, like where like it's interweaving in between the trees. Same thing with the people going
2 legs
in and out.
just kind of
It felt very organic. Like I was telling you, like
the red eyes were cool.
Yes, this show is really enriching the world of Star Wars, and I think this is what Star Wars needs to go into and move forward. Instead of doing movies, you take the time to expand the world, show the world, really make me fall in love with it more.
I think they could do it with both. I just think they have to do. This is the thing. I think they have to do it a different way where, like, we're seeing a lot of worlds.
I think the movies need to be more spectacle. The shows need to be more like the original Star Wars, like what they wanted, the long form story.
Yeah,
like the movies need to be like, bam, zoom, oh my god, and these are like, look how this walks in the forest. So look at this little tree over here.
So people from Brooklyn getting shot at, bam, oh my god.
That's what I want in a Star Wars movie. I want people
shooting people from Brooklyn.
Not just Brooklyn. You could do Queens.
You could definitely do Queens.
You know what?
Whoa, leave Manhattan alone. Leave Manhattan alone.
Just shoot everybody.
Bam, oh my god.
Oh my god.
But no, I
got shot at the bar.
I agree with you. I agree with you in the term of like
the shooting at the bar.
No, the TV long format is great for fleshing out massive epics like this.
I need that needs to be the focus for the way they.
Well, I think that's where it's turning to with Mandalorian. Obviously, it's a show. It's definitely going to get a season 2, and it's going to keep going, and they're going to keep building it out. I think we need to see, as far as world and landscape, some worlds we haven't seen before. And I'm not saying like we've already seen in the show world we've never seen before, but they're very similar to the world we've seen before. Your desert planets, your forest planets.
I'm fine with that,
I'm okay with it. I just like to see something look like very drastically different. Like if you look at the original trilogy of movies. No, like we've seen snow too, but like it depends on what it is. Like if you look at the original trilogy of movies, right?
Okay.
And then you look at the prequels, like some of those planets in episode 2 and 3 are so different that it like draws you in.
Yes.
Like episode 2.
I want a planet with like a purple sky. I want some crazy shit.
Yeah, like why not? Right? Yeah. Like so that would be kind of cool. Obviously,
a flying cow as an animal.
A flying cow. But obviously, we have like a lot of.
I was serious. I don't know why he's laughing.
I'm laughing because it's just ridiculous.
I'm sorry. In the world where a laser sword and a man who flies goes whoosh.
Well, we've already seen blurgs. Those are pretty ridiculous.
Blurg. Piranha.
Blurg.
What is a piranha chicken cow thing? Yeah.
Piranha chicken moose.
Yeah. Moose.
Piranha chicken moose.
They have no antlers. Don't be stupid, Chris.
Oh, yeah, because a chicken is better. It's like 18 feet. Thing's huge. It's like a pony, but bigger and with teeth.
How does that look like a moose?
It's like a mutant turd. That's what it looks like.
It's a mutant piranha.
But piranhas are fish. It's walking on land.
The face is a fish.
Blurg.
Blurg.
Great name, Blurg. But yeah, no, I thought episode 3. Personally, loved the ending of episode 3 with all the Mandalorians coming in and helping him escape with the child. And the last shot where the guy salutes him, nice. Where he's flying by, which is very Jon Favreau, which to me was very Iron Man. Mm-hmm. Where Iron Man's like flying next to the jet plane in Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
And the Mandalorian's like, I gotta get me one of those. Like very roadie in the Iron Man stuff. And also the person who directed episode 3, Deborah Chow, is also show running the Obi-Wan series.
I was about to say.
So that to me is a great sign.
Before we came.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So that the fact that she's doing this and it's kind of like her, beginning of something else, and like I get to play in this world before I really dog deep into this world.
Your feet wet.
Yeah. So, but yeah, what would you say? Like season 3 and 4, how do you feel about the show now?
You mean episode 2 and 3? Season 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
I'm done.
Yeah.
How do I feel about the show? I'm very optimistic. Now I am looking forward to new episodes.
Yeah.
I am on board. You got my money already, so I'm ready for the ride. I really like this. Mm-hmm. I think that everybody's going to lose their mind. I can't wait to do 5 and 6 review.
Yeah, and there's 8 episodes this season.
Good.
I believe episode 5 is directed by Dave Filoni again, who did episode 1.
Yes.
And we know him from the animated stuff. Mm-hmm. Taika Waititi, I think, gets the last episode.
Yes. He was the robot in the first one.
He was IB-88. And so, yeah, it's again... This is big.
I like
they're paying the money.
I want to see more of those robots.
I don't think he's done. I think he's coming back.
The robot?
Yeah, I don't think he's done.
I'm just talking about in Star Wars in general. Like I love the droids and like the whole droid thing. I want more droids. That's something that I want them to bring back more in the Star Wars mythos.
I think they're going to, because if you notice, the Mandalorian especially is very much like no droids. There's some reason he doesn't like droids.
Yeah.
And obviously a part of that is when he does the flashbacks, you see the Clone Wars style like droids taking out his village.
Yeah, that might be.
Like where he doesn't trust them, but there might be like almost like another foil character that is a droid that become like maybe like a C-3PO type or something else like a K-2SO.
He's gonna
who he might need
because we can't keep Baby Yoda forever.
Exactly, and Baby Yoda can't speak, so like you need someone to bounce talking things.
A robot.
I also hope we see what's her face again from episode 4.
Yes,
because
that'd be cool.
Yeah, she kind of goes their separate ways, and so we'll see.
So, guys, that wraps up this episode of the Jersey Comic Crew Podcast. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Let us know down in the comments below what you thought of episode. What is this? 3 and 4?
3 and 4.
3 and 4 of The Mandalorian.
The Sin and the Sanctuary.
Let me know if you're excited for this season. Let me know if you have theories for episode 5 and 6. If you already watched episode 5 and episode 6, don't spoil that for people who haven't watched it yet. As always, I'm Rob Moran.
And I'm Chris Heller.
And we'll see you next time.
JerseyComicCrew.podbean.com.